welcome back to another trade recap. Sorry about the noise. I got this air conditioning going. I'm actually in my dad's my dad is a general contractor and I'm in his fucking job trailer because he's in Palm Springs and he was like, yo, I need someone there to watch. So I'm literally just trading in a fucking job trailer. But anyways, I took 2 trades on the Nasdaq and 1 trade on the S&P 500. One of the trades I'm not happy with at all. Very low probability, and I kind of had to take a step back for a little to kind of just reassess everything because I think I just came into the market a little today, a little jumpy, but I took 3 trades. I'm up like $30 on break even on the day. But the last 2 that I took, I'm very happy with. Again, I don't really take 3 trades in a day. The first one was very low probability, and I was just a little early. So I'll just run you through kind of what I was going through throughout the day. So let's go back to market open. So coming into market open, we had buy side resting above us, right? We had buy side resting above us. And buy side was the obvious draw. I came into market open knowing that buy side was the obvious draw. However, I didn't know what we wanted to do coming into market open as far as how we were going to take it. Were we just going to shoot right up and go take it? We're going to maybe come down, take the internal low, maybe come down, take London, and then shoot up higher. So coming into market open, I really just wanted to stay patient and kind of just watch price action. So in the pre-market, ES ended up coming down and taking this internal low. So if we take a look at ES ends up coming down, taking this internal low. NQ does not. So we end up putting in a bullish SMT coming into market open, and we end up shooting up, having our change in the state to the upside, right? Not end up taking this high. We come all the way back down. Oh, sorry, this was my first entry. So we end up coming back down, tapping this 1 minute bullish for value gap, or I wanted to see price tap this 1 minute bullish for value gap. I scaled into the 15-second, right? Because we've already had that 1 minute change, and we come down. We have our internal manipulation, right? We have our turtle soup, and I wanted to see us get above this 15-second change for me to take a long. We end up getting above this 15-second change. Oh, I take a long on this candle, the 738 candle. I end up taking a long, and again, very early, very premature, right? I kind of want to see like a higher time frame model be the confirmation, because if you take a look at the 30-second, we haven't even had a 30-second change, right? And we haven't even had a 1 minute change. So this 15-second change is a little bit early. There's no inverse. We tapped into this 1 minute bullish for value gap, but I could definitely see us maybe going lower, having one more turtle soup on the 1 minute. And that is exactly what we do. We dump, I get stopped out, right? And at this point in time, I understand, okay, that was a little early. Let me just reassess. Let me see what market wants to do, right? So I scale back out, and I just want to reassess what we want to do. So we come down, and we have an internal manipulation. We have one more internal manipulation. At this point in time, I'm very bullish, right? Because this SMT is still intact. So this bullish SMT is still intact. We have one more manipulation move. So if there is a time to go higher, this is going to be it, right? This is it. This is what it's going to be. This is where it's going to be if we do want to go higher. So we take that low. We put in this for value gap, this bearish for value gap. I want to see the reaction to it. I want to see what we do. We completely run through this bearish for value gap, right? Creating an inverse with heavy displacement, showing that, okay, we can want to go higher. And I want to wait for a close above the change. My fill was so cooked. I got filled right here. It was so fucked. And I was just targeting a little 1-to-1. And coming into this trade, I honestly knew that this might even get stopped out because my stop is so scuffed. Like, if my stop's down here, most likely I'm not going to get stopped out and this is going to play out, right? But since my stop's up here and I don't want to take anything negative RR, obviously, I have to have a 1-to-1. And then at this internal high, I have my break even. Price ends up coming up, tapping the break even. I move my stop to break, and not too much later, buy side gets taken, right? So there's my second trade. And at this point in time, I'm break even, right? But I want to see the reaction that we get from taking this high. Because if we take a look, right? Let's take a look right here on the 5 minute, or on the 15 minute, sorry. We take this high. We take this high. And if we take a look at ES, where ES is, where's ES at? Nowhere near this high. So now we have an external SMT, and then we also ended up putting in an internal SMT. So we end up putting in an internal SMT, having our manipulation move right here. Oh, having internal manipulation on the 30-second, or on the 1 minute, sorry. So we have two bearish SMTs, right? And ES is the weaker asset at this point in time because of our two bearish SMTs. And I want to see us take London and at least this internal low. So I scale in, and I want to see the reaction that we have after taking that high. If we're gonna be bearish, it's gonna be now, and we're not gonna go any higher, right? And that's exactly what we did. We didn't go any higher. We had a big displacement move to the downside, right? Completely ran this 30-second bullish fair value gap. Again, fucked fill, closed below the change because I always wait for a close below the change. I'm just targeting a little 1-to-1 here. And then this internal low being my break even, right? This internal low gets taken. I move my stop to break, and I get stop that break even. So break even on the day, took 3 trades. Again, something that I normally do not do, but happy with this last two. Happy with the long on NQ on the 30-second and the short on ES on the 30-second. Completely fine with those. But the first one was just early, very premature, and should not have been taken. But we learned from it. Gonna journal about the first trade for sure, more than the other two. But those were my trades today. Again, I'm up like $30 on break even on the day. Normally don't take 3 trades, so there's some things that I can learn from today, right? Normally don't take 3 trades. A goal from me really coming in this month was just to limit my trades and not take as many trades as I have been, because I've been taking a lot of trades. And by a lot of trades, I mean like 5-6 a week. I want to get down to that like 3-4 a week, right? But those were my 3 trades. I am break even on the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap, and I will catch you guys in the next one.